Hello, hello, we're live. We're here with Terra Nullius. We're playing some D&D, having a good time. We had some extensive pregame chat. It's good stuff. I, as always, love getting to talk with these wonderful people. And so we're going to talk in a different way. We're going to all pretend to be different people, and we're going to have a different sort of conversation, which is fine, because I also love all of the characters that you guys are playing, so I'm fine with having a conversation with them as well. So, when we last left this intrepid band of adventurers, they were in a catacomb. They're stuck in this realm of the undead, systematically going their way, even further deading the dead things and taking all of their stuff, as adventurers do.
Well, one person in particular was taking all the stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What's great is now Ari has a magical item that is literally giving her magical impulses to be even more greedy. I guess you weren't necessarily greedy in a material way before, but you were greedy in like a freedom sort of way. Like, I want to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
You're very independent. But yeah. We last left off, you guys had just decided to go to sleep. As you do in the middle of a dungeon. You go to sleep.
Did we have a watch set up? I forget.
Yeah, we did. I'm trying to remember what the order was. It doesn't matter too much because nothing happens during like your rest. But I guess let's go ahead and set that in stone now. What the official watch is, just so I know. So, let me grab my doc here. So yeah, what's the order in which you usually take watch?
I would want first watch to watch Willow, as I guess we're calling it.
Okay.
I'd probably take the last watch, given I'm usually an early bird, and it seems to be what I've done so far consistently.
I could take second watch.
Yes, I'll take third.
All right, with third. Cool. Sounds good. All right, I'm just gonna make a note of that. And so, are you guys fine with that being like the normal, like the default, if we don't say?
Sure.
Okay. Sounds good. So one thing that does happen, so you don't get like jumped by vampires in the middle of the night or anything, but you do. There's something that happens, and the something is, I mean, Willow is around, right? She's just kind of like floating around, doing her own thing. And you know, like Raya, for example, right? Like you're taking the first watch because you want to watch her. She doesn't make any sort of move. She doesn't try to like kill anyone in her sleep. But she seems over the course of the progressive watch here, and this is, I think, because you guys are like taking a watch, right? And like you're only seeing this situation 2 hours at a time. You don't notice this change. I'll let who was the last person to take a watch? Toity, is that what you said? I'll have you make a perception check, but I don't think the other people have enough, like it's not noticeable enough for anyone to notice it, until that point. But
Let me open my character sheet. Yeah.
We as the audience, like, you know, if this is a TV show and whatnot, we kind of fade in. We see all this like preparation. You guys are sleeping, but we see like a montage, right, of you guys like resting and then switching watches and stuff. And Willow's just kind of like wandering aimlessly throughout this little chamber here.
Perception?
Yeah. And so, right, we see Willow just kind of like floating around, and she seems to get more and more dim as time progresses, right? Her light gets dimmer and dimmer, and she seems to bob more weakly. And by the end, I think you do notice this, because I think it's probably pretty obvious by the end, right? You wake up from who was it? Ari, who wakes you up for your watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ari just goes to sleep, and then Toity, you're kind of like getting ready and, you know, shrugging off the hinges of sleep, and you're like, okay, you know, gotta look at this and what's going on. Oh, Willow's over there, and then you like do a double take, right? And you look and you see Willow. She's just Willow for example, or by the way, for the people in chat who are Mr. Lord of the Undead, who's continuing to comment. She's a will-o-wisp that is befriended the party. But yeah, so she is kind of like low to the ground over by the statue over there. She is where she is on the map there. And she's like real low to the ground and really dim. She's like barely making any sort of motion. And you notice this, it just seems like, I don't know, she's weak for some reason. And I mean, you don't know Will-O-Wisp, right? You don't know what this can mean or whatever, but
Didn't I?
she seems odd.
Didn't
no,
I have some...
Raya, you knew just enough to know like one small story about them. Raya was the one who had the good roll to know more about Will-O-Wisp. I think she critted on the roll.
I think I remembered enough to know that they should be attacking me. That if we were really, if they had killed me, if it
I mean,
really
but you don't know anything about like Will-O-Wisp physiology, right? So, you don't know what could be making her act like this. But yeah, you notice that, right, when you kind of shake off the vestiges of sleep and survey the situation.
Second, I gotta get a better pen. This one I had wasn't working. Okay, so can I interact with her during my watch?
Yeah, if you want to, yep.
So I'm gonna walk up to Willow and say, "Are you doing okay there, little one?"
She takes a long moment to answer, and I think it's kind of odd how long it takes. Like it's almost like you're like, wait, did she hear me? And then right before you're like about to say another thing, and they're like, hello, are you there? She says really weakly and faintly, she says, I'm holding it back.
I'm gonna cockpit her to say, holding what back?
Them.
Oh no. Can I roll something to see if I get an idea if she means something bad or something good?
You can make an insight check, I guess, but it's gonna be pretty high roll to get any like useful information out of just that like initial.
Booyah!
What? Oh my gosh. Well, that's the sort of session this is gonna
Why
be.
did you say it? Right?
That's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting.
You need a really high roll.
Oh, well, looky there.
So, I think, Toity, you think back on everything that has happened in the catacombs so far, right? You think back on Willow and her interaction with you. You think back on the strange symbol, on the wall that matches the symbol that is literally like the glowing center of Willow's kind of like ball of light. And I think you piece together a guess. But it's a very good guess. I mean, we as players know this is a very good guess. But you gander at the possibility that Willow is kind of like the magically created like construct guardian of this tomb. And she has decided to take a liking to you guys and like help you, right? And so she doesn't bear you any ill will. But unfortunately, the rest of the remaining undead guardians do. And Willow is using all of her remaining energy to keep them from rising out of their graves and massacring you. So what do? Again, granted, this is not the end of the long rest.
I know.
So if you get up now, no one will get the effects of the long rest.
Wouldn't he though?
What?
Wouldn't Toity have gotten
Yeah,
any
Toity
effect?
would because he's last watch.
So it has to last 8 hours, but 2 of those hours can be spent like on watch, right? But he can't do anything strenuous. So if he like wakes you guys up and you book it, right? Like just get out of here or something, like no one will get the effects of a long rest. And if you run into something, that will be very bad for all of you, right? Like, so yeah, and just these are the things that are going through Toity's mind right now, right? You're like, my friends probably haven't really rested yet.
Why did I have to roll a 20?
You want to be ignorant about the impending doom?
Maybe a little bit. I'm going to... Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of...
You give her a potion?
And to think we shot her a bunch of times and she's trying to help us.
Look, I never
Yeah.
actually shot her. I just tried to shoot her.
You just try to shoot her a lot of
20
times.
Like 3 times.
I never hit.
I know, me neither.
She could use some inspiration right about now.
Not waste. I mean, I hate to sound.
By the way, does everybody have inspiration charged? Or is there anyone who doesn't?
I don't think.
Oh, yeah, I have inspiration.
I have
I don't
inspiration.
have inspiration.
You don't have inspiration? Okay, I just need to keep that in mind for the future then.
We explored this entire cavern, right? This entire room.
This entire chamber, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You're in right now.
so
We have a little bit left to explore, but for the most part, we've.
I'm at
explored
this
most of
room.
it.
I'm at this room mainly.
Oh,
Yep.
this
You've looked at every corner of this room. There's not like hidden vampires are gonna jump out and attack you.
So I'm gonna, as soon as she says, I'm gonna be thinking through this. I'm gonna go back, lean towards her. Cause like, is there anything I can do to help you?
She nods and she says, "Could you sing me a song?"
I can do that. So I'm going to just lightly, quietly, so the others can rest.
And so, okay, actually, a question: do you have any remaining bardic inspiration dice?
Oh, would I? Oh, at the end of the night, no, I didn't.
Okay. Okay, so because I was gonna say you could give her that because she's gonna have to make a will save right now.
Oh no.
But I will allow you if you do a good performance check, you can give her advantage on this.
Okay, I'm gonna do a performance check then. Oh,
Crap.
we're so screwed.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm singing, except the sound of my voice is very shaky, and because I realize what's happening, I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, and you know what happens? You're gonna give her disadvantage instead, because she gets even more worried, right? Like we see if this was like a book, right? If this was a novel, we would be getting this entire scene from Willow's viewpoint right now, and she would be like saying like, "The little one is scared. I'm scared too."
Oh, no.
Right? And now I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Willow.
I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have said anything.
Can I just point out the fact that you got a nat 20 and then followed by that is
That is very
immediately
true.
a nat 1?
That sets an interesting precedent for the session today.
Oh no.
That is totally
Guys,
the time
We're all gonna die.
I'm sorry. First I died. I died
okay.
first last time, and this time I'm getting everyone else.
It's okay. We'll be okay. Maybe.
All right, so this is gonna be a DC 15 save,
Oh no.
Oh, we're dead.
and she has disadvantage on it.
Come on, Willow.
Ah, no.
Well, rest in pieces.
Yeah.
Okay,
So if you had not sung her a bad song, she would have succeeded.
Oh no.
She sung her a good
See,
song.
here's part of the problem, though. I already reset all of my stats and everything, assuming the long rest. So I don't know what I was at.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna say this is not the last save that she has to make.
Mhm.
Right. Like they're not gonna like all hell's not gonna break loose right now. But like you can. Okay. So I mean Willow's gonna tell you this, right? She's like, I can't hold them off for much longer. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna put my hand towards my. I'm gonna put my hand towards my rapier and lean towards and say, "Thank you for doing what you could there."
I tried. If you all end up going to Shibalba, then
Oh, frick. Continue.
I hope I'll see you again, maybe.
Okay, so can I garner from that the Shibalba is the afterlife?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that seems pretty obvious.
She said it before, so. Okay, so
Right,
yeah,
and so Toity, you're noticing too, like her diction has dramatically improved since like 6
Really?
hours ago, right? Like before she was only speaking in like sentences that she's heard you say, or right like been able to gather from your language, and you know what you've said so far. But like she seems to be speaking very very concise common.
Ugh.
Okay.
So do you just wait a tense 2 hours?
I don't know what else to do. I mean, I'm gonna have my hand on my rapier, just kind of in expectation of something popping out of the corner. I'll probably be a bit stressed. I'll probably be counting every single second.
Yeah, and so basically right before the long rest ends, I'm gonna go ahead and make another will save or wisdom save for her, and DC 17.
Oh no!
Still with disadvantage. Unless
Oh, did I-
unless Toity, you want to try something in this moment again.
She can't get double disadvantage, so.
Is this,
That's true.
It's true.
Let me try and sing you another song. Like, 'cause
Hold
I'm
on.
a,
So this is not at the end of the rest yet?
This is right before the long rest ends for you guys.
Okay. So,
So I'm gonna turn to her like, our rest is almost over. Let me sing you one last song before the rest. Let me try singing you one. This is the annoying part. I have +5, and I did that badly.
Uh-huh.
Let me. May I sing you one last
That's
song
the chaos
before?
plateau for you.
that's
we
you
go-
have advantage. This might be a time to use it.
Oh, I'm gonna use my inspiration actually.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
use my
that's what I mean.
inspiration on
Yeah.
this.
That's
So
what
I'm
I meant.
gonna. Do I roll how do I roll performance with inspiration?
you just take the highest of whatever the two, because it automatically rolls the two different results.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my inspiration. Oh wait, I clicked it. It didn't actually do anything. Oh, so I roll for perception and then check
Just-
the highest.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. That's all you need to
Okay.
worry, and then just uncheck
Oh,
inspiration.
performance, not perception.
Yeah,
I
performance.
rolled perception accidentally.
and you would have gotten a crit, but you
Oh.
gotta roll again, man.
I clicked the wrong thing. They're right by each other.
Yep.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
All right, yeah.
I'm
I
in-
mean, you
I'm
got a
in-
higher roll without a crit. That's funny.
That's true. Well, because I have a +5 versus
Yeah,
a
exactly.
+2.
Yeah, I mean, so, Toity, what kind of song is this?
I sing her a song. So I'm gonna say this. So the first time I sang to her, I kind of didn't know what I was doing and kind of
Yeah.
just
mean, you were
blabbered
scared,
out just
right?
random things. I was
Yeah.
scared. I was frightened. But this time I've been thinking back, and I was during the time where I was kind of like keeping watch and doing it. I was having
Yeah.
a song, the song that my mother used to sing to me when I was a child. And when the rest was over, I kind of have calmed my nerves and decide to sing this song to Willow as well.
Nice. What's like kind of the content of the song? Like, what is it like? What...
Oh, I was just making all that up. Give me a second.
That's right.
Um,
Right, because I'm trying to think of like, I mean, because Willow's we've established pretty impressionable. So I'm curious as to like maybe like an example of a line from the song or like a theme or something.
it would be a song
It's
about
stronger than you think.
I would say it's a song about a young child who gets lost but is found, and when he is found, they throw a feast for him.
Oh my gosh, I'm literally about to cry right now, guys. This is real sad. This whole situation.
Oh, geez.
Pretty sure they sing that song in church.
It's called the parable of the.
I may or may not have gotten that from somewhere. I don't know.
No, it's like that seems like a obvious song. So so question. I think I've been thinking about a lot about like the religions of the world over the last couple of weeks and kind of like and I think in my mind what I want to kind of say is that all the religions in the world do pretty closely kind of emulate real world religions. And so for you, for example, you being Irish, you were probably raised in a like pseudo medieval like fantasy Catholic sort of religion, right? And so there probably is like a legitimate parable that is very similar to the parable of the prodigal son, and it was probably made into a song, and this is probably that song, right? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So Willow is really quiet as you sing this song. And as you sing, so is your voice clear?
I'm gonna say yeah. Well, given how high I rolled, I would say yes.
Yeah,
But I've taken that time over the past 2 hours to calm my nerves and everything.
Mhm.
So I kind of just take a deep breath, thinking about the times my mother would have sang that to me as a child, and trying to kind of almost in a sense channel the nurturing she gave to me up to Willow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from what we just learned there, I think that's enough for the XP reward. I mean, I didn't ask a question exactly, but that was a lot of cool information about Toity. So take 50 XP, my friend. Yeah. And you get to the end of the song, and Willow says, "A feast, huh?" And then she rolls with advantage.
Come on.
No. Sorry,
Straight roll.
with straight roll because it cancels out the disadvantage.
Oh, please, Willow.
DC 17. She has a +2 on this roll. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
My song was incredible,
was-
apparently.
That was real cool.
Wow.
So yeah, so the way this works, right? Willow dims down to almost non-existence. All you see, Toity, is the symbol. There was like a glowing ball of energy around it. The entire ball just disappears, and it's just the symbol hanging in thin air. And you can see the symbol start to unravel itself. But then, at the moment right before it like completely dissipates, it suddenly comes back to life with a vibrancy, and then slowly just fills back out into this glowing ball of energy. And it fills out to its full capacity, and Willow can make a 20-foot radius of light, and so literally just for 20 feet out, she becomes this gigantic glowing ball of energy. And she says in a voice much larger than like before, she says, "They're gone now. Back to sleep."
Actually, I believe it's time to wake up.
No, I meant they're back to sleep.
Oh, they're good. They can sleep.
I wouldn't recommend grave robbing anymore, though. Tell Ari, please.
Don't worry. I would have told her that either way.
So what are you saying? This is all my fault?
So
And I
this
think
point-
that's right. Like the other people start probably like waking up, right? Like
they probably wake up to the light. Would they wake
Right.
up
Hear
Oh, of
that?
course. Yeah.
Don't recommend grave robbing. Tell Ari. I hope I heard that.
Yeah. I think everybody wakes up to that because the voice is so loud. Yeah.
I'm just dead asleep.
You're still dead asleep. Yeah. Yeah. Raya and Ari, you would definitely wake up to that.
Okay.
So Willow's now 20 feet wide and is talking about you apparently.
So I backed up then.
But that's the thing. Like you can walk through her. Like she's completely immaterial.
Oh, well, she would shock people before.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, right, there's this glowing ball in the middle, right? And then the light that she's radiating comes out in a
Gotcha.
further ball. So yeah, like it's just light that she's radiating beyond that. Her actual essence is still the same
Wait,
size.
did you say she's 20 feet?
So I guess she'd still be the same size.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's basically giving off light. I mean, I'll actually just go ahead and put it on her character because I have a 5-foot radius of light. Right now, but I'll make it go bigger. Yeah, you guys wake up to that.
Okay.
I wake up and notice that she's visibly brighter, and I say, "What happened?"
Let's just say we almost died. And but luckily to our little friend here, we're pleasantly alive.
As I wake up, I just turn to Ari and I say, "See, someone agrees with me. I think I trust her."
I like sit up all at once, just completely awake out all of a sudden, and I'm like, "Oh, we got outside."
Yeah, it basically looks like it, right? Yeah.
So
don't think-
I look to Willow and I ask her what happened.
What do you mean?
Willow, you got big. I like it.
Like, why are you glowing so much brighter?
Because I'm happy. Don't you glow much brighter when you're happy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Pay no mind to her, Willow. I almost called her Harrow.
Okay, so probably need to head out of here pretty soon.
Given what I heard from Willow overnight, I should agree.
Okay.
That mean?
We can talk about it when we're safe outside.
Okay, let's go.
Actually, I'm gonna say say it as we're traveling.
Yes, I mean, where are you going to try to go?
Outside.
Right, but like which direction? What path are you going to take? Are you going to legitimately backtrack? Are you going to try to like guess like what path will take you directly back as quickly as possible? You could probably make a roll, right, to try to discern that.
Well, I've been mapping out the area. Ish.
Yeah, and you should be able to see, right, like the stuff you've explored if you kind of zoom out there, and you can kind of guess in what direction you'll need to go, what path might lead you.
I'm gonna guess we're not gonna be able to convince Ari not to travel down that extra path we haven't gone down yet.
You don't have to convince me.
No, I'm saying I don't think we could stop you.
Let's see here. So, yeah, wow, this is super intricate.
Oh, so I get my health back. Yay.
Yep, everybody's
Almost
back
dead.
to full strength.
Luckily,
And Darius is is up to second level strength.
Oh yeah, I need to do that.
Oh, you didn't do that?
you didn't level up.
Oh no. Jordan.
Luckily, I think that's easy to do with the barbarian.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
could be wrong though.
It's probably easier to do than it is to do with like a wizard.
Yeah. No
So then we need to go through the room with the weird knight outfit.
The armor.
The armor. And then go up to the left and through there.
So are you legitimately just gonna backtrack?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
Oh, we're not gonna go through the path on the bottom right. I thought we were gonna do that.
I mean, we could, but that might take longer
True.
because we don't know what's out there.
So I mean, one person could try to like scout ahead and see,
I guess.
right, without endangering anyone else. You could like do stealth if you wanted to.
I don't know if we want to split up though.
This is also an option. Yeah, right. Like that's
Splitting
also
Split the
something-
party.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go around the corner right here and see.
Secretly, Caleb suggested this because he plans on killing us.
I don't all of my plans don't involve killing you. Let's just say that.
Just most of them.
I mean, okay, so I have
I think all
I
of
have no direct plans to murder any of you. I do have plans to offer you challenges to overcome in a violent fashion. Which may overcome you in a violent fashion if things go wrong. We're just being real here.
enough.
That's
Yes,
the
I mean,
thing, though, that I don't think anyone wants to scout ahead, and yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't know. I might be okay with that if people, but we're wasting precious time though, if that's the case. What do you guys think? Should I scout this way, try to see if there's a quicker way, or do you guys just want to backtrack?
Looking at the map, I don't think there's a quicker way. I don't think anything tracks back that direction at all. I don't see any places
Connection
on the
points.
map. I don't see any place on the map where it actually goes back.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, the two sides are pretty disconnected, for sure.
Yeah, I don't see anything that would connect us to that point.
Okay.
It's up to you guys.
I think at this point, Toity's kind of freaked out and really wanting to get out of here after what Willow said.
Okay, let's backtrack and just get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So go ahead. I don't know if I really need you to make a check exactly, because if you legitimately backtrack, I mean, you've been making a map, so if you legitimately backtrack all the way, I think you're probably fine. I don't think you run into anything.
Well, we killed that lady.
You did, right? Like, and so there's, I think you as long as you make sure not to go within like reach of the other two things that you guessed were like the big thing in the pit that you left
Right.
alone, and the armor
And the
that you
armor.
is guessing is animated.
Don't touch the candles.
And if you don't touch the candles, right? Yeah. If you go backtrack and are careful the entire time, I think you just make it out. And obviously, I'm not going to make you guys like move your tokens bit by bit all the way back because that's just dumb.
Should we do like some kind of check or something to see if we're that careful?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the consequence would be though, because if you backtrack, there's nothing really that would get in your way.
We moved through the candles without rolling anything.
Exactly. Okay, so let me know this. Are you going with speed or are you going with care? You can only go one of those things.
That's a good question.
I'd like to point out the dwarf is not fast.
That's true.
Worth noting.
So actually, yeah, I was gonna say Toity might be a bit freaked out, but given that he calmed down and now the why do I keep blinking? Willow, not Hollow. Given that Willow's kind of huge and bright now, everything, and it's really bright in here, I'd probably be going through pretty calmly.
Yeah, I would say we go through.
Work back
pretty
carefully. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna making an active effort to be careful, and go throughout and just backtrack, I don't think I'll have you make a roll. I think you just make it out fine. It takes a little while, and it's definitely a tense like hour or so, like kind of like navigating your way back through these twisting tunnels, and already double checking your map a couple times to make sure that you're going in the right direction, and making sure that you're going in the places that like there is there's nothing there, and you go way around the one room that there's something in it. And yeah, it just you eventually get back to the entrance that you came in originally. And when that happens, so here, I'll just pop you back over there.
Do you want me to just roll a 1d12 from hit dice?
If you're rolling, yeah.
What's the alternative?
You can take let's see, it would be 7 plus your Constitution modifier, or you can attempt to get more than that. So the odds are against you if you try to roll. The odds are that you would not get higher.
I'll just take the 10.
Yep. Yeah. So you guys, did I center you back here?
I
in the
moved,
right
but
place?
yeah.
Okay.
I gotta say, that's a really, really nice number.
Oh, 10?
No, I mean my hit point max now.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay. Okay. Yeah, that did it. Yeah, that's a good amount of hit points.
Yeah, I'm not a squishy tank now.
Yep. So
Yeah, we have a beach shield.
yeah, right. So you guys get to the entrance, and we know Willow's been following you, shining her light on everything, and she seems confident and secure. And yes, you guys get back to this entrance, and I mean, you guys are just planning to leave, correct? And yeah, I think like Willow basically just stops right here, right in this over this puddle of water. And she goes back down to like kind of like her normal brightness. I mean, she says, "Well, I hope my light helped you, made you feel safe. I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble."
Willow, come with us.
I don't think I can, Darius.
Why?
Well, I think that if I left, then the monsters in this place would be free to get out. And I think they're supposed to be here. I think something important needs to be protected here. And I think I'm the one who needs to do the protecting. I forget sometimes, but I think you help me remember.
Interesting, since we literally stole a bunch of stuff, but okay.
I mean, so does Ari like have like a visible emotion on her face, like to that extent?
I think I just kind of mutter it under my breath.
Yeah. And I was gonna say she looks at you, but I mean she doesn't have eyes, so that doesn't make any sense. She says, Ari, I don't mind that you stole from me.
I say, well, thank you, Willow, for your light.
You say grudgingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says,
Darius just like
Yeah.
starts to. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, she says, I don't think you guys took anything important. Besides, you killed all the people that it belonged to.
Wow.
Weren't they already dead?
Well, you deaded them more.
Okay.
Okay, well, bye, Willow. Thank you.
Darius just has like a really sad expression on his face, and he has like tears forming in his eyes a little bit, and he tries to hold back the tears and just kind of like the beginnings of the cry, how he like
Mm-hmm.
you're taking the breaths, just like.
Yeah, and I think she bobs over to you and she says, and she just starts singing. She starts singing, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And so you guys start doing the round again? Is that what you do?
And I'm gonna pull out my pen and start playing along with them.
Nice.
Yes.
So cute. The cute.
Yes, the cute in the deadly catacombs.
Yep. There's the literal pile of bones next to you. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna.
I want to leave.
Yeah,
Get out of
probably
here.
turn.
I'm
would
tired
probably-
of being in the dark.
Fair.
I'd probably stop and say, Darius, I think it's time we be going. Thank you, Willow, for your help.
Thank you for your help.
Bye, Willow.
Thanks for the song, Toity. Now I know 2
Sure.
songs.
You're very welcome. Make sure to sing it when they're bothering you.
Oh, I don't think they'll bother me anymore. All they really wanted to do was murder you.
Okay, then. We'll be leaving. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, bye.
Kind of like hold a hand out, like saying bye to her, but I don't say anything. I'm just kind of
Yeah, for sure. So that is definitely not how I thought this was gonna go. I was expecting y'all to be attacked by a horde of undead monstrosities, but that was pretty cool.
This way was more epic.
No, yeah,
I
it's
must say.
it's totally true. Like that was fantastic. Yeah, and so you guys get back out into the light. You see the light of day once more. You see the ruined city around you, and yeah, I mean, what's the plan?
I forgot how we even got here.
I mean, you were just kind of exploring down the river, right? And this is a city, this ruined city that you found is like in the middle of like a fork between these 2 tributaries. And
It's not loading on my computer. It's like still all blurry. Oh, there we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
It loaded now.
Does anybody even remember why we are here? I've forgotten.
Right, but that's the thing. I feel like that's like a real thing, right? Like it's not just us as players, right? It's like that would be a thing if you were in like a dark underground lair for like a day, right? Like you'd be like, wait a second, what? We were just kind of focused on like surviving and like doing the thing down there. All right, the real world exists. What are we doing here?
I haven't forgotten. We're here to get Lord Navarro. So
Yeah.
That's why I was grave robbing.
I'll tell you for sure, I certainly wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I.
I was.
So there's ruins all around us, right? We just happen to go.
Yeah, so Darius, remember, he did some scouting in the morning and he found this this lair, basically this catacomb. and it had some like weird religious symbol that you guys didn't really understand.
Do we recognize that was the symbol from inside there?
It has that symbol on it, so that's part of like this bigger kind of like phrase written out above the and then there is a star symbol as well, and you saw that a couple of times throughout the dungeon. But you still don't know the significance of that specific religious symbol. But yeah,
I'm gonna look at it, kind of getting the idea that was Xibalba, and get the idea like this is like some sort of place, some sort of, well, obviously it's some sort of catacombs, so it's connected to the afterlife. So I guess I don't really think much of it, other than thinking avoid that from now on.
yeah. So and what's the plan? You guys have been out